And we're live, and I have no idea what day it is. It is Wednesday. Let me see if I can figure this out. January 17th. Is that correct? Is that correct? Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner, and that winner is me. And I just want to shout out Jeanette Morales, who sent a $10 super chat while the stream was still in the oven. Hi, Johnny and pals. I won't be able to join Sad Face. We'll be at a basketball game. Go Cougars. Have a great evening. Thank you, Jeanette, for the $10 super chat. And I see a lot of people in the chat already. Sebastian, Jake the Gonamator, Eva, Mark D, Sheena Roberts, Vivian Johnson, our chief executive, or CEO, let's just say CEO. Wesley is here, Picard, Brad Palmer, Matt Bros, Marie Palmer, Damo, Karen H, Yogi, one of our OG mods, Alex, Mr. Mountain Hiker is here, Crikey, Steve Grant, and hello to everyone else. I'm starting to go cross-eyed. I think I've read enough names. Well, I see Lisa, Julie, H. Hustle, Barbara Perkins. And let's get this one started off with a beverage. This is a Lake of Bays off-the-grid hazy pale ale. I have a feeling I'm going to be kind of sick of these things in like 3 weeks from now, but actually probably by this time tomorrow night, I might already be quite sick of these adult beverages. But cheers to everyone. Happy Wednesday night. And this will be my last live stream for a while, at least my last live stream from Toronto, even though that's a bit disingenuous because I could sit in a chair from anywhere. Leslie says last home stream of the month. Yeah, I'll be home for a few more days later on. I don't know if I'm going to do a home live stream though. Oh, let me play this video in the background. This is just a snowstorm from last year. I do have 5 videos lined up for the future, and I've got little previews of those. So maybe at some point during this live stream, I'll play some new upcoming content. Arthur says, I have one secret to share with you, a big movie recording in your street. What movie are they recording? Just reading some of your chat. So for this one, there's no real agenda or format. We're just going to kind of hang out. We'll watch an old Snowstorm video in the background. I might get around to playing some new videos. Feel free to ask me anything and everything. If you ask me where I'm going, I might be a little coy about it, but I've got 5 free roam like home days from Rogers, and I have a 170 gigabyte plan, so I should be good. So as soon as I enter whatever country it is I'm going to try this. And if it works, I'm going to try to live stream from there. I don't know, maybe tomorrow night, maybe Friday morning or Saturday morning, I might do a live stream. I'm hoping that we can do that. New show, Johnny Dances. No, there is a 0% chance I will be dancing. But last night, it's funny, we're watching this snowstorm. Maybe Mimi. I'll put up a poll. Jake the Gonamator says, how old am I? My age has a 3 and a 4 in it. You can choose what order those go into. I won't be offended either way. This gimbal died during the snowstorm that I recorded in on Friday night. And this is I looked it up. Do you plan to hook up with Action Kid in Asia? Well, you worded that in such a way that the answer will be no. Maybe rephrase that, but yeah. I looked up my order history on Amazon. I've ordered 5 of these things. So this is the gimbal that I normally use to live stream. When I decide to live stream with a phone, I got Action Kid into using this gimbal. I think it's the best designed gimbal, but I'm just tired of it not being very reliable. And since I really just need like a backup anyway, since I usually live stream with the DJI Pocket, I got this thing. This is what I live streamed with last night. It is absolutely tiny. It weighs less than my phone. This is a, what the hell is this? It's a Hohem iSteady XE, also one of the cheapest gimbals you can buy, but it's got a pretty good payload. I think the issue I had last night at the start where it wouldn't balance properly was just because it was so damn cold, but this is what I used. It's super small, it's super light. Dare I say cute? I don't know, but yeah, this is the new gimbal. So I'm going to bring this with me on my trips just because it's so light. It's going to take up nothing in my luggage. Robert says, do you plan to collaborate with Action Kid in Asia? Is that better wording? You know, it's a matter of, will he be going to where I'm going? We've discussed it. It is possible. I'm going to say there's like a 50% chance that I end up running into Action Kid. Oh, look at that Thunder Snow. Karen H, $20. Wherever you're off to, I hope you have a fantastic time. Karen H, thank you so much for the support and the $20. I will drink to that, and I'm sure I will have a fantastic time. Alejandro says the Samsung S24 and DJI Mic 2 released today. Yeah, not to the DJI Mic, I'm lukewarm on. The Samsung S24, I'm probably going to get the Ultra. I can get $500 trade-in for my S20 FE here. And they're doing a thing where if you order before the end of the month, they'll give you a storage upgrade. So I can get the 512 gig model for $12.99. The only problem is I might not be around for that delivery. So I'm going to have to arrange for my friend who's going to be staying in my home to be here if I do that. Otherwise, I might forego the memory upgrade and just get it when I'm back. And then I'll only have 256 gigs. But iPhone 15 Pro, you are on notice. The S24 Ultra is coming. Super disappointing. The S24, the regular one, and the Plus, if you're not in the US or Canada, it's kind of a massive disappointment since they're getting the Exynos variant and not the Qualcomm. So Samsung, you done screwed up there. William says, you have a nice haircut. Thank you, William. Gertej says, will I be taking pictures? I'm going to put some. I'm not really an Instagrammer, in case you can't tell. It's second on the bottom of my list of priorities. It's just above TikTok, but we'll get around to it. Cam says, are you going to Cuba? You know what? Let's put up a poll. Bill Johnson says I should hire someone to do the walks and I sit at home. Oh man, then I'm going to weigh like 5,000 pounds. Billy T says Vancouver looks like this video right now. Awesome. But let's start a poll. Okay. Alejandra, 20 months membership. Have a good trip. Send pics. Thank you, Alejandra. So this applies to the first trip. That I'm going on. The next trip I'm going a little further away, but where is this trip to? I put up a poll. Let's see if you guys can vote. I have not confirmed anything to anyone. H Hill says, hey Johnny, good evening. Hello. Vivian Johnson, $20. No trip to Bali for me, at least. Have a fancy drink for me. LOL, have fun. Johnny, thank you, Vivian Johnson. Where I'm going, the fancy drinks will cost extra, but the not so fancy drinks will be unlimited. And I will have a lot of not so fancy drinks, and I'll dedicate one to you. Thank you, Vivian. So we have 21%, 20% voting Cuba, 32% Cancun, 22% Punta Cana, 26% Barbados. Paul says, I'm guessing I'm going to Thailand, where I get to eat, drink, and be merry. Find out. That'll be the next trip. I'll be going through a whirlwind of planes and airports coming up. Milton says, come to Argentina. You know, I'm looking into Colombia, actually, in the coming months. Possibly in March. Robert says, did you run into some amazing race competitors in Barbados? I haven't been there. Lisa's not voting. Nasty Canada says, I'm sold on the color of the S24 Ultra. The orange sold me. You've been using the S23 black, but have to have the S24 in orange. They're kind of, aren't they kind of muted, these colors? They're kind of a matte finish and a bit muted. just a friendly reminder, if you're new to the stream or tuning in, I don't go live from home like this too often, maybe once or twice a month on this channel. I do go live every Sunday, most Sundays, but not the next several Sundays, over on the Johnny Stumbles channel. And usually I'm outdoors going around like I did last night, but tonight was just kind of a lazy day. Have you been to Hong Kong in the past, says Frankly. Yes, I have. And you know, Cathay Pacific is starting to offer much better deals than EVA Air. So it's very possible I'll be going through Hong Kong. And if I do, I'll probably arrange a layover of like a day or so just so I can go check out the city again. It's been a while. I haven't been to Hong Kong post CCP takeover, so we'll see how it's changed. Alex says I'm going to Cancun. Oh, you wrote Cancun. You know what I did though? I went to a store and I bought something from a store I've never bought from before. I wanted normally when I go out I have this tiny little like hiking backpack that I put my stuff in. And I just decided for my upcoming trips I don't want to do that anymore. Just because I'm not live streaming with the gimbal anymore. I'm just using the Pocket. I don't need anything more than this and maybe a battery charger. So I went to a store that starts with L and I bought something. Who can tell me what store that is? Johnny, could you stream on Friday morning and skip a video? I might do that. We'll see. We'll see. Jellybean, member for 17 months. Please move the subscribe button on the bottom right of the screen. It is near the progress bar and it unsubscribed me. LMAO. Oh, I'll look into that, Jellybean. I didn't even know that showed up. It doesn't show. Is that there on the bottom right? I can see it. I see what you're talking about. All right, I'll see if I can do that. I see what you're talking about. But Pine Soul says Lululemon. Andre says Lowe's. Novell Cost says Loblaws. Robert Parker says Lululemon. A. Petra says LCBO. Eva Lululemon. Picard Loans. Love and Joy. Li Bean. Loblaws. I got this. It's a cross-body bag, which used to be known as like a fanny pack. I actually did some like research into these, and bizarrely, this was like the nicest / best one. There was one by Patagonia that looked pretty good, but it was basically just one giant pouch. It didn't have any like compartments or anything. So I went to Lululemon and I bought a bag, and I felt kind of like an idiot going in there. I didn't even know. Okay, I don't know. Apparently, this is unisex. They told me this is unisex. I'm like, I feel a little weird being in this store. But this is the Everywhere belt bag in black, if you are wondering what it is. But it's this is going to be accompanying me through a few different countries and continents. Jellybean has almost the same one. They had two models. One, this thing here was like shiny and silver. That one looked a little not like something I would want to be wearing. So I opted for like the blacker finish one. But yeah, I hope I don't. Yeah, let's just say that's the first and last thing I'll ever buy from that store. Pinesel says, we're matching, Johnny. You got it on sale, huh? I saw them online. I was close to buying it. No, I paid. It was like $44.99. You can get them for like half price on Amazon from Nothing Brands, but I was pretty sold on the quality of this one. All right, Nasty, that sounds like a good deal. Fat Nema says, did you try Winners? I bought a Swiss Army brand one from Winners, and I returned it for this one. I told the person at Winners too, I'm like, I'm actually going to go to Lululemon, and they're like, you're paying a lot more there. I was like, I know. And what's funny is 2 days ago, I went to the Winners in the middle of the afternoon at Yonge and Eglinton to return the bag, and it was shut down. Like the store was closed. Apparently they had like a pipe burst. Crystal says, do you know any other languages? I know Chogum, a little bit of Korean, almost no French, a little bit of Spanish. I'm absolutely terrible. Chris Mills says, Mech didn't have anything. They have the Patagonia bag. But it gets to a point where like when you go down the rabbit hole of like looking for like a fanny pack, how much time do you really want to spend, right? And mech is not what it used to be. It used to be, it's basically just like a sport check now, a glorified sport check. It used to have a lot of smaller brands that weren't so common, and I think, yeah, it's pretty much a victim of a corporate takeover. But yeah, at least it says mech is meh. Deb says hi, folks. Hello, Deb. Let's see how the poll is doing. Cuba, 26%. Cancun, 26%. Punta Cana, 22%. Barbados, 26%. We have a three-way tie. Smitty says, Joe Rogan, where's a fanny pack? Fatima says that's the worst winners in the city. I'm making a prediction that winner's when the Good Life Fitness to the north of it moves, that winner's is going to move into that space, and it's going to be way bigger. Nasty Candace says, hey, Johnny, when are you getting your plaque for over 100K subs? I'm not going to order it yet. I can order it. I do have the link. I have my redemption code. But the shipping time is a little sus, and I don't want it to come when I'm not home. I mean, there'll be someone around to collect my mail anyways, but it's, I don't know. I just want to be here when it comes for some weird reason. So I'm probably not going to order it for another week or two. And then when I know for sure it's going to ship at a time I'm going to be around, then we'll pull the trigger and order it. It looks like you can wear that bag cycling. Yeah, for me, it's, I can just wear it. Also, I bought a pair of shorts from H&M that have a fake back pocket. And I didn't know they had a fake back pocket until I tried to wear them one day, and I was like, what the hell is this? So at least if I'm wearing this, I can like have my wallet and phone and stuff on me without worrying about not having pockets on my shorts. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought that. Deb says, hey, Johnny, thanks for all the videos. You moved from TO 25 years ago. My videos help you be less homesick. You are very welcome. Hello to you. Cam says the Uniqlo half moon bag is good. I can look that one up. Whoa, my mouse is on like hyper speed right now. What happened? Uniqlo half moon bag. I'm going to have to change my mouse pointer settings. It is like screaming all over. Cursor speed. How did that get so fast? Oh, now it's so slow. Something's going on here. There we go. Yeah, the half... I don't think I would buy that one. They have one called the nylon crossbody bag. That's only 19 bucks. Men's casual small shoulder bag. That one looks a little like militaristic almost. I'm pretty happy with the one I got. I'm pretty happy. Totoroot says, Cuba, have a nice time. Can I recommend live music places in downtown Toronto? I might not be the best person to recommend. It also depends, what kind of music are you looking for? I'm sure someone in the chat will have a recommendation. Crikey says fake pockets is everything right now. I can show you what I'm talking about. Just one sec. I had one job today and I didn't do it, and that was pack. Pinesel says Grossman's is the best place for music. So these are the shorts I bought. Just kind of like casual shorts. I washed them. I just hung dry them. I don't know why they're so wrinkled, but look. How was I to know that pocket was like not a real pocket? Well, I guess it would have helped if I tried them on in the store, but like, what the hell is this, H&M? Why are you sewing a fake pocket on the back? And the front pockets aren't that deep. So because of that, I have not worn these shorts ever, but I can start wearing them now because I got this bag. And we are in Chinatown. Hey, there's one on Temu. Men's casual small shoulder bag, $10. Do I want to order off of Temu? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Jelly Bean says sometimes you can open the pocket. Yes, I thought of that, but when I fold the shorts inside out, there is no pocket to be opened up into. Pinesel says it's not sewed together. No, it is you can see the front pocket, but there's no back pocket. There's like no one of these where the back pocket goes. Womp womp. Billy T says Lee's Palace was a great venue. Is it not still a great venue? I still see. Why were we muted? Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Finally, he's silent. Jennifer Gallis says no Asia. Maybe Asia. Maybe Asia. But not this weekend. No Asia. This looks like I'm sitting in a warm room and someone out in the cold is filming for me. Yeah, that someone was me. This is an older video we're looking at. Billy T says the bands generally suck now at Lee's. No Temu, please. It's not a good place to order things. They carry bad quality knockoffs. Yeah. It's like somehow even worse than AliExpress. I wonder if this Lululemon bag is even on Temu. No, but if I search for it, they have bags that look exactly like it. Fake pockets will piss any pickpocket off on your trip. Yeah, wouldn't it just kind of feel like they're just feeling you up? Like, I don't know, it might be kind of weird. Johnny, if you live stream on Friday morning, where will you go? That, I can't answer that. You're going to the Caribbean again. Yes, we are going to the Caribbean. And last year, I went to Grand Bavaro Princess in Punta Cana. The year before, I went to the finest Playa Mujeres in Cancun. Where are we going this year? Johnny, do you ever get negative comments from people when you're out and about live? Like people in person? Not really. And if I did, I've got a special finger for them, but not really. Do you use an interface with your SM7B? This is the MV7. I'm actually just using USB, Anthony Michaels. No, I don't have an interface for it. I don't use the... yeah, it's only plugged in through... sadly, through micro USB. I recommend you live stream on Coxwell and Gerard. I did that somewhat recently. No billionaire is shopping on Temu. Sorry. Temu is owned by the CCP or the CPP. Don't you mean CCP? Johnny, the ladies in this group want to know if you have a girlfriend. Lisa Marie Rosso. I answered that question in my Q&A for 100K. I don't, but I do know someone who would be angry if they heard me say that. Jelly Bean says we just walked by her favorite Starbucks. Something is making a noise here. Oh, well. All right, okay, the poll is over 300 votes. Let's end it. Let's end it. Yeah, love and joy. If anyone ever bumps into you, your first instinct should be to cover up anything valuable. Put your hands on them, right? Usually one person will bump you and then someone else will swoop in, and like while you're distracted and they're apologizing, they just take your shit. I can't figure out where that noise is coming from. Something is like clicking. Hopefully you're not hearing it through the microphone. Maybe after this video, I can preview some of the new videos coming up. Terry, I have no idea. I haven't been outside in quite a while. But we are going east on the south side of Queen Street. I recorded this one a year ago. Why am I looking at random crap on Temu? Oh, by the way, I got an email from someone saying, let me pull this up. I don't want to read it word for word. But the gist of it is, hey, we really love watching your videos. Could you do me a favor and quit drinking alcohol on streams? I have 2 youngins who are impressionable, but we really like your stuff otherwise. If you are watching, no. How about you do the parenting thing and take care of that one yourself? But I'm not going to stop drinking an adult beverage on stream because of your request. I appreciate your support. I'm glad you like the channel, but life doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, or unfortunately. Maybe we'll just leave that one at that. Sometimes I get emails that you just kind of like roll your eyes and go, no. But yeah, I just pulled up my email. All right, let's close that. Let's not do any more of that. Robert says, LOL. Jellybean says, are you serious? Oh my God, don't watch. Yeah, or, you know, take that opportunity to be a parent and explain to your kids what they're seeing, right? I don't know. Adriana says, hi, Johnny. Regards from Argentina. I love your videos. They remind me of the time you lived here. Awesome, Adriana. Thank you for watching and your support. Crikey used to watch The Simpsons as a kid, never became an alcoholic. Yeah, they went to Duff Gardens. Remember I was teasing you on giving me a cold? No, you didn't. Haha. You have the flu. Dona for him. Sorry to hear that. That is awful. I know one of our viewers right now is fighting COVID. They've been on for a week, or they've been battling it for a week. Camp says, have they ever been to a family gathering? Yeah, I don't know. It's what it is, but sure, I will upend my life and change everything just because you made a request. Sure. I don't think anyone should be doing that. What is that they're pulling? I have no idea what that... It looks like a snowblower. I should have got that. Jennifer Gallus says, when I travel, I always put my cameras in an anti-theft PEC-safe bag. They can't pickpocket nothing. It's safer. I usually just put... I've got like a strategy where I keep one credit card on me, and then I have another credit card in the hotel safe, and then I have my debit card inside my carry-on, which is locked up, and it actually has a lock. That way I have 3 cards in 3 different places. So if I lose one, I can cancel it or freeze it, and then I still have 2 cards I can use. So that's my strategy, and I do the same thing with cash. I have most of the cash is in the hotel safe, but I have some cash in my rolling carry-on as well, which locks up. And I have some on my person as well. That way, it's just... I need 3 really bad things to happen to like ruin my trip or wipe me out. So when I travel, that's what I do. And this year, I just switched to a 0% transaction fee or foreign transaction fee credit card. So I'm going to start using that. I got it hooked up to Apple Pay and Samsung Pay. So hopefully these days, or at least when I went through Europe, I like tapped everywhere. So I'm hoping the next few places I go, I can just tap everywhere as well. Patricia says, I'm watching with my 7-year-old. Enjoy your beverage and thank you for the video. Thank you, Patricia, and hello to your 7-year-old. I'm glad you tuned in. Hope you're enjoying watching me replay an old video, but there'll be some new videos coming up. Action Kid says, but do you carry 3 gimbals though? No, I just showed off my newest ultra lightweight gimbal, Action Kid. Moza Mini MX is out. I love this gimbal, but I've been through 5 of them. Even when you came and visited Toronto, I gave you one that was kind of wonky, right? It kind of kept wanting to like fall off to the side. I don't know. I think this is the best design for a gimbal. Just having like the tripod here, it just makes so much sense. This is easily the best design, and the motor is really strong, right? You can put on like a really heavy smartphone with a case and a DJI mic and plug it into a battery bank, and it can handle it. But man, it's just unreliable. Like, I've been through 5 of them, so I'm gonna try this $100 cheapo super light gimbal. I already did a stream with it and it worked quite well. And while I'm on the plane, I don't have a window seat, but I'm gonna try to see if I can hook the Pocket 3 up to the airplane window and just record landing and takeoff. So I'm going to try to do this on my flight pretty soon. I might have to do some clever negotiating with the person next to me or people next to me, or I checked the seat map. There's some empty rows in the back. So maybe when I get on the plane, I'll move back. Action Kid says, I've been through so many Moza Mini MX. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's such a good gimbal, but it doesn't last, right? Like, it just, something will screw it up. Steve says, I enjoyed your travel videos in the past, especially the walks through airports. I like making those. I'm going to do a couple of like unique airport transfer videos I've yet to do. There's 2 airports I've yet to do that I'm going to be going through very soon, and I'm going to do some just connecting through them videos. We'll do part 2 flight attendant series, says John Barrientos. I don't think so. I do not think that one is going to be in the cards. You know, I'm going to turn the heat on in my apartment. One sec. Do you use packing cubes? No, I just use giant Ziploc bags. A Peter says, I make a great flight attendant. I was in a Dollarama today buying some snacks. So after this live stream, I think I'm going to have a After 8 hot chocolate. This is a Aero S'mores, Nestle Turtles, and After 8. Unfortunately, I purchased something from the evil Nestle Corporation. Boo. But I do love After 8, so I think I'm going to have a chocolate mint hot chocolate right after the stream. Also, for my upcoming flight, I've got... Well, I purchased 3 of these. They're like fake Kit Kat bars, but I already ate one, so I only have 2. I don't know why I'm showing you guys this. This might be weird. I bought some cashews and some... plantain chips, which is green, so it goes right through. So that is my plan. Do you mind not showing junk food on live TV? Says H Hustle. Sorry about that. So let's play a different... Oh, I didn't know that I had my... Let's turn off my desktop. I might have been watching some very inappropriate videos during the live stream. You never know, right? Let's turn that off. Let's play a preview. So in the upcoming week, I've got some new videos coming. Preview, play. This video is not playing. Let me see if I can fix it here. Media Source. I made a video that is just a bunch of clips. Whoa. So it's -2, but the wind has died down, so it doesn't feel that cold. Well, so these are from upcoming videos on this channel. So this walk will take us over the east side of downtown. 5-minute clips of upcoming videos. This is Dundas Street East. This neighborhood is the Garden District. Yes, I got my hair cut. I got it cut yesterday, actually. And just to the north here on Victoria Street is Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly known as Ryerson. Cam brought grapes as your airplane snack. As long as you can get it through security, why not, right? But this is east on Dundas Street East. I think I recorded this on Saturday night. Down Victoria Street. Volume down on it. And last night we had a pretty decent sized snowfall in the city. But after the snow, there was a lot of rain, and I think that melted away a lot of the snow. But you never really seem to have too much snow accumulating downtown, I think. It's a few degrees warmer here than Midtown. And there is the Imperial Pub. That has been there for over 78 years. If you do visit, I recommend the library floor. That's on the second floor. But it might not be there much longer. There's a redevelopment proposal for that entire block. So Mayday Burger, Captain Vape, the music shop, and the Burrito Boys. Was my mic going away? Oh, well, I think the mic is good now. Can you let me know? Are we good? Is the mic good? There's been a lot of times a very large number of condos going on. When you see someone streaming like this, they'll be wearing earphones and they'll be monitoring their audio as they go. But I just rely on you guys to tell me when it's good or not good. That's fine. Everyone's telling me I'm on mute now, but I'm pretty sure it's working. And this will also take us along what some might consider one of the sketchiest parts of downtown, around Sherbourne and Dundas. Looks like that little stunt lost us some views. We lost a good amount of viewers when that ramen restaurant's been there for quite a while. It's usually quite popular. Why is this? After I record this video, I'll be heading to the Beer Bistro on King Street West. Is this a mime show? Maybe. Maybe it's a mime show. Take the bus back up to Broadview Station and then just subway down. Where'd I go? This is Church Street. Jared says hello there, Johnny, watching from Jamaica. Let's see if you guys can guess where am I going after this one. I'll be going all the way to Dundas West Station. And normally it would terminate to the east at Broadview Station. But they're not running streetcars on Broadview. That is not what I wanted to do. So you have to switch to a replacement bus. Something is like auto-clicking my stuff here. Something's going nuts. Start a poll. How is the audio now? Is that better? Did I fix it? Did I fix it? Sorry, guys. We're struggling tonight. We're struggling tonight. It's all good. What should be my third option? All right. So you voted on where I was going very soon in the coming days. I think that poll ended with what? Like 26% Cancun, 22% Punta Cana, and then Cuba and Barbados. Let's see where people say this time. 26% Bali, 36% Thailand, 22% Philippines, 17% Malaysia. Malaysia not getting a lot of love. Alex says, I am going to Thailand. Are you just saying that because I have actual Thai money still in my wallet? I do. I have Thai baht in my wallet. Gillian says Bangkok or Wisconsin. Channel members and Patreon supporters do know if they watched a video I put out recently. They do know. Jellybean says somewhere sunny and warm. How about a place in Thailand which is not Bangkok? All roads through Thailand lead through Bangkok. I'm also a big city person. I'm also a creature of habit. But last time I went there, I went to meet Jeff in that like Chonburi area. But before that, I went to Koh Samui. So I did go to like non-Bangkok place there. Brownie says India. I just watched a video from, what's the name of that YouTube channel? It's called Small Brained American. And his video is called India Sucks, Don't Ever Come Here. And you know, for like a travel vlogger, I really liked the style of video that he did. Don't take the title literally, but it's Small Brained American. That video has 3.1 million views, and it's called India Sucks, Don't Ever Come Here. It is such like an eye-opening video. Like it really shows like the real India, what you're gonna experience when you land there. It's pretty wild. I recommend it. Jennifer says Philippines will be nice and new adventures. Not new for me, but it will be nice. That's for sure. Ruth says I think Thailand because you keep saying how much you enjoyed it. Here's something fun. This trip I'm going with my buddy, and we're going for his birthday, and we're in. And he kind of got to choose everything. Novell Cost says must be clickbait. Go see. Cam says India is acquired taste. I think that was like the theme of the video actually. And now my heat is too strong. I can feel like my skin drying up. I'm playing this constant battle of like blasting the humidifier, turning on the heat, drying out my air. Marie Palmer, maybe. You might be right. But cheers to everyone. Estelle, cheers to you. Novell Cost wants to go to India, but it's so far $. Jellybean says India is crowded. Crikey says if I don't have family to help navigate your surroundings, it'll be tough. Marcus says to visit Mumbai. Rahul says just back from Phuket and Krabi. Krabi is lively with great nightlife. No thoughts on Phuket? Where did you stay in Phuket? I've been to both places. I liked Krabi. I thought Samui was a bit better, to be honest with you, but Phuket is so huge. There's a little bit of everything. Where is this video? This video is where is this video? I just recorded this too, eh? This is a neighborhood that rhymes with function. But this is a preview of an upcoming video I went. Joey Toronto says, why is this a guessing game? Because why not? Why not? But it looks like Thailand is in the lead. Barbara says Malaysia is an interesting place. I wasn't keen on it, but found it culturally fascinating. I think that would probably be my take as well. I've never been there. Thank you, Hager. Jellybean says, did I go outside today? Did I ever? I went outside to go to Dollarama. I went to Shoppers. Didn't buy anything. I went to Rexall. I did buy something. And then I went to Winners and I bought something. I actually bought myself a belt from Winners. Word of the day says Blue or West, I think. No, but we're heading down towards Blue or West. We're heading down towards Blue or West. Pat75 says, how long are you going for? A short one and then a medium long one. Yeah, this first trip's not going to be very long. It's just to a... rhymes with... Well, I'm going to an all-inclusive for the first one. Something which I've warmed up on. I generally was like super against it. Like I hate the idea of a cruise still, but a few years ago I went to that one in Mexico and it was just like, it was nice to turn off the brain and not think of anything and have that gorgeous beach and like, I almost said beast. And like the food was so good and it was unlimited. And I was like, frankly, waking up with a drink in my hand and I was like that till bedtime. I just liked it. And then last year I went to like a even nicer resort maybe in Dominican and it was the same thing. So this year I'm trying to just repeat that and go somewhere like super nice and see if I like it. I don't know. Roof says, Johnny, if you by any chance go to India, learn how to bargain with people or else you'll be paying a foreigner's price. Yeah, that's the way markets work pretty much everywhere in the world. Cam says, is the first one a solo trip or the second trip? Neither are a solo trip. Which is weird. I like to go solo. Like half of my trips lately have been solo. We have switched. This is another video that is coming up on the channel. Here's a little sneak preview of another future video. We are walking through a residential neighborhood, a very wealthy residential neighborhood. No more Sankofa. No, I am not going to Ghana, and there is no such thing as Sankofa in Toronto. Joey Toronto did 2 European cruises last year. Amazing. Yeah, I don't think I could do a cruise, but I mean, if I got an email from a cruise company like, hey, come try, I might consider it. After watching the Sandbrook Adventures cruise episodes, my wife and I are planning to go on one. You watched the Sandbrook. Aren't they... Theme Park Worldwide. They that is their other channel. They're over 100,000 subscribers now. I'm gonna have to watch that. I watched Theme Park Worldwide, but I have not been keeping up on this channel. But it makes sense. They go all over the world making like amusement park videos, right? Why not document the rest of the experience and turn those into videos? Super likable couple. Awesome. Pat J says, enjoy traveling when you are young. Don't wear a watch because vacation time of day doesn't matter. That's a good point. That's a good point. It doesn't. I told my friend that I'm going away with on my second trip, do you want to like wear a microphone and like do some videos together or possibly a live stream? And he said yes. So, yeah, my live streams and videos from this place might be with my buddy. I think that might be interesting. Might be good for you guys not just to hear me ramble the whole time. Julie says cruises can be great if you go to good places, lots of exploring, although you are of course time restricted on shore. I've heard Wi-Fi is getting better on cruises. It's pretty oh, this is not the walk I thought it was. This is a different walk actually. Where is this? I'll let you guys... Come on, you should be able to guess this neighborhood by now. That condo on the right I have shown on this channel numerous times. Nivelkoss says, oh wow, he's going to be famous. He's already been in a few videos before. Mark D says, sounds interesting to have your friend on your live. Yeah, because of that, I'm going to bring my full DJI mic and both mics. Just because there's the chance of the collab. This is kind of a heavy brick. I'd really rather just bring like the receiver module and the transmitter and charge them up. But I'm just going to bring this whole thing now. Shane Hall, you haven't seen the floating chair lately. You haven't been tuning into the Johnny Stumbles channel? Mark S. wants a Knight Rider watch. Alex, yes, ding ding, we are in Midtown. That is exactly where we are. I just thought this was a video where I was... two of my upcoming videos, I'm like running errands. This one, I am returning something and making an Amazon return. And then I did a video where I went to a Lululemon, of all things. Java fan says, are you going to meet up with Action Kid in Thailand? Well, first of all, I'll have to be in Thailand, which I might be. Second of all, Action Kid will, and you'll have to ask him. I have no idea if he's going or not. I think he doesn't even know at this point. Fifi says many people who come back from the cruise were sick with the flu or COVID. That's true of people who just travel in general, right? People often come back with an illness, especially in the wintertime. I've come back twice with COVID. When I went to Amsterdam, I came back with COVID. And then last year, when I came back from Thailand and Vietnam and Korea, I had COVID. So, oh well. Who's Jaw? Hello, who's Jaw? How many people we have right now? We have 494 viewers. Thank you, everyone. Cheers to you. Daniel Casey says no audio. There should be. There's no audio of the video playing. That's because I turned that down because I'm talking, but there should be audio. Lisa says my great aunt got stuck on one of those cruise ships at the start of COVID. They were basically floating petri dishes, weren't they? And they were all like getting stuck at their various ports. Alex says your brother's girlfriend used to live in Midtown. She lived in a condo, then she moved. Okay. So after this live stream, I've got to pack. I'm not looking forward to it. I've got all my shit over there, but we should be good. All right, let's end it. Let's end the poll. Where am I going? 28% Bali, 39% Thailand. You guys might know me a little too well. Philippines, 22%. Malaysia, 11%. I should be doing a where am I going in March poll. Have you ever gone across Canada by train? No, I have not. Did you hear Joey Bats now owns a Las Vegas soccer team? No, but good for him. That's pretty awesome. Nice to see you with warm cheeks instead of rosy cheeks. Who can tell me what street is this? Let's see. Who can tell me what street am I on right now? Uh-oh. I hope the I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to ruin this right now. The camera's going to show it. The camera's going to show it. Don't show the street sign. Don't show the street sign. What street am I on? Glenn says, is your revenue from YouTube comparable to your old job after hitting 100K subs? Is it sustainable as a career? Love your videos. Thank you, Glenn. Sub count has absolutely nothing to do with revenue. It's like a vanity statistic. I can fortunately say I have surpassed the revenue of my previous job. I was like neck and neck for the last few years, but I've pulled ahead a little bit. So yeah, things are okay. Word of the day says North York condo. Frankly says it has to be along Yonge. Gertej says Yonge and Eglinton. Brownie says Yonge Street. Lisa says it's off Yonge. Mike T says Main Street. What street is this? Come on, guys. You can tell me. This is in fairness, I have yet to record on this part of this street. This is what street? That was kind of the point of this video, to like go out and do something I have not done before. Northtown Way. Is that even a street? Finch and Young, aka Koreatown 2. Word of the day says, what's your NFL team? You could say it's the Bills. Bystock says Queens. Gordon Freeman. Thank you. Gordon Freeman, you win. Justin says Doro. AB says Wall Street. This is Doris Avenue. I don't know. I just felt like going up and doing. I've always wanted to do Doris Avenue. I don't know why. Streets that don't look that busy or appealing to me, I'm always like, I always nope out of them. I'm like, no one's going to watch that. Then when I do, I'm like pleasantly surprised sometimes at the views they get. So I pulled the trigger. I went up to North York and I did this. And then I recorded another walk on my way home. And that is where I picked up my Lululemon everyday bag. So I'm going to try to do more stuff like this. Just more, a little bit off the beaten path stuff that I haven't recorded. Brownie says Church Street. Not even close. And Camp says I knew someone named Doris in high school. Glenn says, hey man, thanks for your content. You moved from a regular job to YouTube has been successful. I think so. It coincided with the pandemic, which kind of sucked because one of the big appeals of doing this full time was just like going to the airport often and getting on a plane and disappearing for a while. And I wasn't able to do that. But last year was pretty good, right? I went to Montreal, Seoul, Hanoi, Saigon, Bangkok, some other cities there, Paris, Barcelona. So I had a pretty good year last year. I thought I maybe could have done a little bit more. So hopefully this year we do a little more. Crikey says the only Doris I know is the NBA commentator. I know who exactly you're talking about. She's done NBA 2K games before, right? Pat says, is there a sketchy part of Toronto? I guess I would say the general consensus would be like Dundas and Sherbourne down to Queen and Sherbourne and like kind of draw a circle around that. Basically Moss Park. I don't want to... I say that, but I have never had a single issue in my entire life in that neighborhood, including walking around there with a camera countless times, with a smartphone on a gimbal countless times. So when you say sketchy, visually it comes across that way, but I've never felt unsafe for a moment in that area. So, I mean, your mileage may vary, but that's my take on it. So I don't think it's that sketchy, but by Toronto standards, yeah, it's sketchy relative to the rest of the city. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Dilich says, will you go to PP Island? I've been to PP before, but I will not be going on this upcoming trip. Mark says, yeah, Sherbourne. Yeah, I mean, Jane and Finch, not sketchy at all. Don't even... It's literally a bunch of strip malls. FM says, here's a random thought. Johnny, Toronto has a few roads that share names. John Street comes to mind as there's a downtown one and one in Weston. You could do a versus series with 2 walks and 1 video. There's a good idea, FM 303. That's one thing that happened post-amalgamation is Canada Post had multiple street names and street numbers, or they found Toronto had multiple streets with the same numbers on them in different parts of the city. So it's super duper important to put the postal code on there. And that's one of the reasons why it's still okay to put like Etobicoke or North York or like the borough name, even though that technically doesn't even exist anymore because it helps Canada Post. But yeah, there's a really good idea. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. What about Jamestown? St. Jamestown, Pat 75? No, it's just a bunch of apartment buildings. I think that's fine. It's basically Cabbagetown, right? It's I think the crime statistics will back that up too. I think it's a pretty safe area. I got a bit lost on the school bus on Doris, says A. Petrus. Who can guess what street we're on now? Let's see if anybody can guess this street. I don't think you're going to get it. That's my... Uh-oh. Well, maybe you'll get it now if you read the street name off of the house. But let's see if anyone guesses or just simply reads the name off the house. What street are we on now? Dave says Spadina. No. Not a bad guess. This looks kind of like Spadina through Forest Hill, though. Right? Not a terrible guess. I'm walking south. Justin says, thanks for your fabulous channel, Johnny. Been following you for a while, but it's the first live stream you've been able to join. Justin, thank you. Glad you like the channel. This is the laziest form of live stream that I do. Normally I'm out and about walking around, but this one works. Lisa says, a boring area. Julie, Lawrence, what? You're very close. You're very close. But I only spent about 10-15 minutes in this area before we hit like a busy commercial street. So the whole video isn't just this. Senlac, no. Alejandro says old money. That is probably where I looked up in this video. I saw like not a huge house at all, and it had a for lease sign in it. Padnama, you are correct. And I looked it up, and like this house that wasn't even that big was $10,500 a month to rent, which is absolutely nuts. For me, that's almost like a year's rent of like my apartment for 1 month of that house. That is nuts. Brownie says, don't know because I'm terrible with directions. Saranac, no. Mark S, Johnny Street. I wish. I wonder. I don't think I get that far to the house in this clip that I'm playing. That is for lease. But yeah, $10,500 to rent a house in this neighborhood. That is nuts. As Larry David would say, pretty nuts. But, or he would say, good. You can watch the trailer for the new and sadly last season ever of Curb Your Enthusiasm is on YouTube. One of the greatest shows of all time. Sounds like it's perfect for sports players, says Jumbo TV. Subrentit says Alejandra. Brownie says looks like Forest Hill. I think this neighborhood is actually like richer than Forest Hill. Lisa says that's the low end to rent in the Four Seasons apartments. It's higher now. Paying over 10 grand a month to rent an apartment. I don't know. I'm assuming people renting there would be like executives at companies and the company is paying for it, because what person in their right mind would be doing that? Frank says, why do you like Thailand so much? Because of Pattaya. I've seen many foreigners coming here to meet under, well, I'm not going to read the rest of that, but no. For me, one of the big appeals of it is just how far the dollar goes, especially, I mean, I don't even want to address the rest of your question. That's so loopy and from outer space, but to me, it's the best weather, the best food. I love big cities, and Bangkok is honestly intoxicating. Like, it's pretty, if money were no object, Tokyo like dunks all over Bangkok. But I really, really, really liked Barcelona. That one might be moving up there. Lisa knows a person who lived there and her partner did. In the Four Seasons? Are these people doctors, lawyers, or is this celebrity money? I don't think the average doctor could even afford like 10 grand a month. Lawyers, maybe if they're partnered. But yeah, I think this is mostly old money. Mukbangs are awesome, but I don't really know. I think 10% of this neighborhood are like Chinese Canadian. I tried to look up the stats. There was no other like demographic. It's a little bit older on average. The average household income in this neighborhood is over 300,000. And we are done. We are done. Let's play one more video on the way home. Pat75 says Jaycation's all about the Barcelona. He is. When I went to Barcelona, I was looking up videos on Barcelona, or before I went, and I watched a lot of Jaycation videos. Hello, Chef Mario Cooks. Long time no see. Thank you for your channel membership. Jumbo TV says, I would hate living here. Nice houses, but terrible traffic and too many people. For me, it's just too far from a subway stop. That's all. a little too far. I would gladly live there if someone like gifted me a house there, but yeah. Paul says my Barcelona trip videos were so good. Thank you, Paul. Hopefully I'll go back. I've gone to Europe now the last 2 years. Hopefully we'll go back to Europe. Maybe the second trip this summer. I'm targeting South America for like March, and then I'm targeting like Tokyo for just before summer, and then hopefully we can do Europe again at the end of summer, then probably somewhere tropical in the winter. I don't know. A Petrus says Jane Station, Bloor West Village. No, this is that was Lawrence Station. We're heading south down the west side of Yonge Street. This was last year. Evolve Travel says rent will be $10K by 2040 if nothing is done. Yeah, it just feels like every level of government, well, not local, they can't do shit, but both the feds and the province have just turned their back on the people of Ontario and done absolutely nothing to, make the one thing we all need to live reasonably affordable, housing. There's just more people than homes, which is really stupid, and there's going to be even more people. I don't know. Housing situation, not great here. Pat75 says, I know Jay through Vegas circles, and one of them was poking fun at how often he talks about Barcelona, sometimes too much. Hey, man, it happens. I was like that with Tokyo for a while, and lately, because of the cost thing, it's been more Bangkok. But, like, once you get into a place, as soon as you leave there, your mind starts to fixate on, like, in another life, I would be living there. I want to go back there. That's kind of like how I am with some places. So I can see why he would always, like, clearly for Jay, like, Barcelona is his thing, right? Mark says nothing is affordable these days. Not a whole lot, no. Like, I couldn't do any of this if I didn't have, like, a rent-controlled apartment. Like, let's be frank, I would be this space in, like, a market rate situation would be, like, at $1,500 more a month. It wouldn't wipe me out, but it would take a lot of, like, the nice things in life away, like some of the traveling, some of the eating out. And that is the reality that a lot of people face. So it's kind of it's shitty that we value affordable housing so little. Wesley says, any plans on going to Turkey? No, unfortunately. I'll just be blunt. I don't. Maybe. Love and Joy says, which country brings you the most peace? Probably, the most peace. I don't know. I'm at peace when I'm in, like, a big, busy, vibrant city that I like. So it's hard to say. Lisa says, I couldn't live above ground anywhere close to where I am for what I pay. BG says, I used to pay $9.50 to rent in downtown Toronto. Now that same place costs $2K plus. Yes. Probably well more than $2K. Glenn says, are you happy with YouTube as an employer? It's more like Google AdSense as an employer, but yeah. A Peter says, how's Charlie the dog? I don't know. I'll try to get an update for you. Lucas, what were you doing before YouTube for work? I was an underwriter. I literally couldn't live if it wasn't in a rent-controlled apartment. Yeah, Julie, I never would have, like, given up, like, the office to do YouTube. It would have been too risky. I wouldn't have had enough runway probably if it wasn't for a rent-controlled apartment. Like I've said, let's say I, like, something happens and down the road I get married and I, like, move into a place with someone, or, like, whatever, I end up cohabitating. I'm probably not going to give this apartment up. I'm probably like, why would I do that? Is that I would just keep this as, like, an office to work at and a place to put, like, friends from out of town up at. It sounds selfish, right? In a city that is starving for housing, in a country that is starving for housing, why would you sit in an apartment? Here's what'll happen. If I throw this apartment back that I pay $1,100 a month for, utilities in, my landlord's gonna charge like $2,500 to someone new coming in. So I'm literally handing them, some big evil corporation, an extra $1,500 a month by me leaving. I'm not doing anyone a favor, right? Like, I'm not. So I'm like, Yeah, I'm not getting rid of this apartment. I'm keeping it no matter what. I'm pretty sure about that. Chef Mario Cook says not selfish at all. Chris Mills says sweet. Welcome to the reality of living in Toronto. If somebody could take over my lease and pay what I'm paying, I would strongly consider that. But I wouldn't do it if my landlord got to hit the reset button and like double or triple the rent. I certainly wouldn't do that. I do, Pat 75. Riguito says 227. Johnny, you should try to go to El Salvador. Salvador. There's an idea. Thank you, Riguito, for the 227. BG says, when did you get this apartment? I ask. I got it in 2014, and I actually took over the lease from someone back then. CJK 2000. Is this video Young and Lawrence? It is. It is. Chef Mario Cooks gets his rent paid for by being the building manager. Old school. That is awesome. Josephine says not selfish, Johnny, but wise. I don't know. Lisa says, I believe the city should have been planning years ago and building co-op buildings. Well, that's deeper than the city. That's a provincial thing, right? And the feds would traditionally subsidize that, which they haven't been doing. They last did that in like the 70s, which is why we don't see those big apartment blocks anymore. Calgary Rambler says, hi, Johnny. I only pay $900 a month for my apartment here in Calgary. Awesome. That's got to be pretty good, right? Prices are pretty bonkers everywhere else, I think, as well. I'm kind of out of touch with what it would be locally in a city like Calgary. Zay says, I'm in a rent-controlled apartment as well. Moved in last year, $1,800 for a 2-bedroom. If I leave, they'll actually price this at $2,100. That's not so bad. Where are you? That's not like a terrible jump or anything. Most people I know in rent-controlled situations, like, it's going to double if they leave. Crikey says, how does your rent control work? It's like 2.5% every year. That's the maximum increase they can get away with. If they do like bullshit capital improvements, which my building has been doing, they can apply for above board increase, but that is still capped as well. So that's just a game of like them doing the math. If we invest X number of dollars and then raise the rent the maximum amount, will this renovation pay for itself? It's bullshit, but that's what they do, and that's what's coming to me, but it's still not going to go up that much. Jay Rochest says, I rented my place at St. Clair and Yonge for $1,650 for a 2-bedroom. That is amazing. Are you still... If you are a landlord for life, I will take that. I will gladly pay that for a 2-bedroom. That is awesome. You're at Scarborough, Candy, and Lawrence. Desirable neighborhood as well. Neat. Jellybean was looking for condos on Zillow. Lisa Gibson says, my place is cheap. I've been here for many years, but my landlord sucks. Oh, you're still there. This has turned into like a, how much does it cost to live in the city? Jacob says, I'm renting a 3-bedroom that you split with 2 others at Bayview and Shepherd, $2,400 a month. Been living here since 2017. If you're splitting that 3 ways and you get along with them well and you like living with them, that works. Bad Nema, that sounds like an excellent deal. Novell Costas, my e-bikes will finally have their own room. Andres Martinez says, we are one of the buildings that won against the property management in the Etobicoke. I'm trying to think. That was in the news, right? I'm trying to think which ones those were. I'm not clearing my nose, don't worry. Cam, is your friend Oops, that's the wrong video. I meant to put myself back. There we go. Is your friend I'm just not going to make that joke. Johnny, you don't have to pay utilities, says Smitty. No, the only thing I pay is fiber internet, but I have like 1.5 gigabytes down, one gigabyte up, and I pay $54 a month for that through Bell, so that's pretty damn good, if you ask me. Andres is at Scarlett and Eglinton. Awesome. This is reading some of your message. This was like, I think last February or March. Harjot asking how Charlie is doing. I'll find out, and I'll get back to you. I haven't seen him in a while. Johnny, what do you think the biggest factor is when it comes to all this inflation? I don't know, but the housing market, I think, let's be real, Airbnb should not exist in the city. It should not exist until we have a healthy housing supply. We are letting way too many people moving in. Like, there's just, the immigration is not sustainable. I think we should be a lot more selective with that. It's supply and demand. You got way more people wanting to live in the city versus the amount of housing we have. And there's no incentives for developers to build housing like there was, like affordable housing like there was in the 60s and 70s. So that's mostly it. But I will let you know about Charlie very soon. 1,400 for a very big studio in Montreal. I've heard Montreal is like one of the last places where there's semi-affordable housing in this country. Robert says Johnny wants to build a wall. I do not want to build a wall. Thank you, Deborah. Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike subs are coming to Toronto. There's some good news. Instead of talking about all this depressing, expensive real estate nonsense. I've heard so much about Jersey Mike subs, yet I have yet to try it. By the way, I think we're gonna cash this one out. I think that's a weird way to put it. I think at 9:30, I think an hour and a half will be good. I'm looking at a table with my laptop on it, a portable hard drive, my AirPods, snail mucin of all things, and just random knickknacks. I'm going to have to put those all into luggage. I'm going to pre-order my lift for the morning. Pro tip, if you're ordering a lift for the next day, do it after like 10 p.m. and you'll get a price that's like half of doing it the same day. So just schedule your lift nice and early if you know for sure you're going to do it. And that's how I'm going to get to the airport. Do not even think about Uber. Lyft is like half the cost if you schedule it the day before. Just a little pro tip. I think the reason for that is Lyft calculates the rate based on the current traffic, whereas Uber does it based on what the traffic will be. So tomorrow morning, Uber is going to give me whatever the price is when I schedule it that it would have been tomorrow morning. Whereas with Lyft, it's going to be like, hey, it's 10 p.m. Go into the airport. There's no traffic at all. This is $20. And I'll schedule it for $20. And then tomorrow morning when I wake up and check it, Lyft's going to be like, this is $45. Whoops, sorry, $45. So definitely if you're taking Lyft or Uber and you know for sure, wait till like it's nighttime and the roads are dead. Then schedule your trip with Lyft and you will usually get like a way lower price. You just have to actually, follow through on the schedule, but you can cancel it well in advance. A Peter says, Johnny, you can take the 952 express bus from your home to Pearson. Yeah, I can. Or since where I'm going, I don't want to sound like a snob, but I'm not bringing a winter coat. I'm bringing a sweater and that is it. So I'm going to go door to door. Call me old and lazy, but lately I just like taking Lyft to the airport and coming home. Crikey says, this may sound a bit controversial, but I feel like we lack a collective purpose in this country. Yeah, I don't know the answer, but I think you're probably right. Claudia says, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Maybe I'm leaving Friday morning. Marge says, are you enjoying retro donut days at Timmy's? I've had Dutchies the last 2 days. I didn't get one, not the last 2 days. I didn't get one last night, but the 2 days before. Lisa, what are you going to do to that car blaring bass? You going to kick it? What time is your flight? I will not say. Jay Rochas says, when am I back? I'll be back for a few days, and then I'll be turning around and going right back to the airport. Skinflation, says A. Petrus. Did I mention where I'm going? No, I didn't. Uber has extra fees for going to the airport. I think they do, but every time I compare them, Lyft is usually better, but Uber, you get Aeroplan points. So if they're close, it's best to do Uber. Maple Dub says, did I catch Sean Strickland's Media Day interview? I did not. Jellybean says live at the gate. Maybe. I'm debating using a lounge pass tomorrow. I've got 6 lounge passes that I can use. Or Friday, if I'm going Friday. But I don't think it's worth it before 11 a.m. to go to an airport lounge. I just don't, because you're not going to get to take advantage of the alcohol, and I'm not going to be all that hungry either. So maybe I'll do a lounge on the way back. We'll see. City Walks by Estelle says live stream at the airport. I don't know. I might be too tired to even think about that. We'll see. We'll keep an eye out for your I'm here IG post. Yeah, my traditional I am now somewhere. Jellybean says they might not take me past. Lisa says, what time is your flight? I don't know. If I tell you what time my flight is, I don't want to be like when everyone thought Otani was on a flight from LA. I don't want the world watching my flight. Mark D says $7. Johnny, are you looking forward to not freezing your cold ass cheeks off? Mark D, thank you for the $7. Yes, I am very much looking forward to that. I think it's going to be quite nice chilling. Thank you, Mark D, for the $7. I would cheers and have a drink if I didn't already finish it. Pat75 says, I really dug the Plaza Premium Lounge. Yeah, if you use a Dragon Pass, you're stuck with the Plaza Premium Lounge. You don't get the Maple Leaf Lounge. Is your belt bag your carry-on? No, I have a backpack and a carry-on. The belt bag, if they count it as a personal item, I'll literally just put it in my backpack and go. But if it's not a personal item, I'll just wear it. You're at the mercy of well, actually, I have a digital boarding pass. It's not even going to matter. I'm just going to wear it in. That'll be fine. Am I going with a group or alone? I am going with people both trips coming up. Someone forgot their winter tires, says Crikey. Indeed. Topping up that tan. I don't tan, I burn. I just turn red. I turn into a tomato. I look like Dana White when he's not too happy. And we are in Midtown, walking south down the west side of Yonge Street. You don't want us using a flight tracker to make sure you're there safely? No, I don't. It would be fun to track your flight on FlightAware. No, I wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. You can wear the belt bag. That's what I did. Yeah, every once in a while, people get busted for having 2 personal items. If you've got a big purse and a backpack, I've seen them stop people and be like, you're only allowed 1, which technically is true according to the rules, but I don't know. I'm not going to go to check in manually, so we'll see. City Walks by Stealth says, I'd watch it flight tracker. Why do you guys want to watch? My mom does that. Whenever I'm on a plane, she's like, I was watching your flight. I'm like, what were you watching exactly? A plane on a map, moving as slow as possible across the screen. I don't know. And then what happens when that plane disappears and it's flight lost? Then what are you going to do? Speaking of Dana, he's doing a meet and greet at Boston Pizza downtown tomorrow. I will not be here for that. I am going away as the UFC is in town, but it's so stupidly expensive. I don't really regret missing that. Yeah, Cam, Air Canada's not really going to mind. Air Canada's pretty good at that stuff. Pat75 says, oh my God, those people who bring a carry-on that's way too big. You know, I am 100% for airlines. It's really, really chintzy when they weigh carry-ons because it doesn't really matter. They're just looking to make money by forcing you to check it and charge you for that. But like, they should enforce the size of carry-ons, right? Like when some asshole, pardon my French, takes up the entire like overhead compartment by themselves, especially in wintertime in Canada, you get those people with like the giant overstuffed carry-on. Then they had to buy some stuff from the duty free because they had to. And then they have like their Canada Goose jacket. And they throw it all up in the overhead and they take up the whole thing. Like, I have a finger for those people and it's in the middle of my hand. But anyways, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not anticipating any problems. Love and Joy says, enjoy your vacation. What country am I visiting? We did a poll earlier. I haven't said exactly. Lisa says, Lucky Duck Johnny, safe flight. You deserve a break. Thank you. Remember Foster's Lager? I do. Pat75 says, yeah, those are the people you speak of. Thank you. So we're going to wind the stream down in a couple of minutes. Hey, there's Lululemon. There's the very store where I bought my body bag from. I'm not going to say fanny pack. Luxo says, your mom watched your flight there and back from Cuba. It was your first time ever on a plane. Awesome. Thank you, Pat75. Am I going to the beach, Johnny? Yes, there will be a lot of beaches coming up. There'll be at least 3 different beaches. Are you going to take a neck pillow? No, I'm not. I bought like a really expensive neck pillow off of Amazon. And that did not change my opinion on neck pillows. It just made me feel like an idiot. So no, I'm not going to do the neck pillow thing. Thank you. Well, guys, we are at the end of the road for this one tonight. I'm going to have to, Maple Dubs, what color bag did you get? I'm going to end the stream. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank our mods. I want to thank our channel members, Patreon supporters. Thank you to everyone who sent support during the stream. It is a much appreciated. City Nights, $5. Have a fun trip. Thank you, City Nights. Thank you for the $5. There will be pictures of the legs. Don't worry. Don't worry, Lisa. Lou says, Bali awaits me. We'll see. A Peter says, bye, yoink. But I want to thank everyone. Hopefully either the Wi-Fi or my Rogers Roam from home will be good enough where I'm going, and I'll be able to do a live stream or 2 from there. We'll see. But either way, guys, thank you so much. I will not be at tomorrow morning's premiere, by the way. 9 a.m. EST on this channel. I will not be at the premiere, most likely. Maybe, but probably not. Anyways, thank you, guys. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink. Oh, shit, that didn't end it. All right, guys. Thank you.